This is PulseScope's tactical breakdown of Manchester City against Newcastle United. Not just what's expected on paper, but what actually shapes tonight's semi-final. Manchester City go into tonight's second leg, holding a 2-0 aggregate lead from the first leg at St. James Park. 2 goals, scored by Antoine Semenyo and Ryan Cherki, gave City the advantage, with Cherki's added time strike the decisive one after an otherwise balanced matchup. City's lead gives them control of this tie before a ball is kicked at the Etihad. This tie pits the Carabao Cup holders against the tournament's most successful recent side. Newcastle won the cup last season, their first major trophy in decades, and will be desperate to defend that status. City, however, have grown into the competition under Pep Guardiola, seeing the semi-final as another chance to add silverware. City's winning formula is not simply dominate possession. It's about control with purpose. Across the first leg and recent matches, City have shown a preference for sustained possession combined with quick vertical progression when space opens. Statistically, City tend to hold around 62% possession in typical cup ties, controlling tempo and forcing opponents to defend deeper. Possession in itself is not the objective. It's the way City use positioning to limit Newcastle's transitions and dictate the rhythm. City will build patiently, waiting for Newcastle to commit men forward before switching to a vertical tempo. City don't press with reckless aggression. Instead, Guardiola's men use a controlled counterpress that seeks to limit space immediately after losing the ball. In the first leg, Newcastle's most dangerous moments came when City lapsed momentarily. And even then, City defended compactly, forcing low-percentage shots rather than clear chances. This is key tonight. Disrupt Newcastle's attack without exposing the wide channels that a chasing Newcastle will try to exploit. Newcastle's tactical challenge is straightforward but demanding. They must score early. A 2-goal deficit pushes Newcastle into an attacking posture from the start. That has tactical consequences. They will likely push their fullbacks higher up the pitch. Their midfield will adopt a more aggressive block rather than a compact, low block. That creates transition opportunities for City, exactly where City has been dangerous historically. But this chasing game comes with a risk. The more Newcastle commits, the more City can exploit behind them. Which tactical shift tonight will decide the game? Possession control or aggressive press? In the first leg, Newcastle had clear opportunities. Crosses into the box, efforts on goal, but lacked clinical execution. Yoan Wissa spurned a one-on-one chance, and Bruno Guimaraes struck the post. Those moments are reminders. Newcastle can create, but precision matters when chance quality is low. Tonight, with the tie on the line, Newcastle's ability to convert half chances into goals will decide their fate. City's overall form has been resilient. In the last several matches across all competitions, they have remained unbeaten in 3 without suffering a collapse. That speaks to a cohesive unit, even with rotation due to injuries. Newcastle's form is less consistent. A recent 4-1 defeat to Liverpool highlighted defensive lapses and inconsistent defensive structure, particularly on the road, a probable area of exploitation tonight. City's midfield players are expected to dominate central spaces, using angles and passing triangles to retain rhythm. Newcastle counterattacks often hinge on quick breaks and wide entries driven by pace. But in the first leg, they struggled to convert such entries into goals. Tonight, if Newcastle attempt to press City early, they risk being beaten by horizontal switches and City's ability to find runners in behind. City's goals in the first leg came from moments where they capitalized on space rather than overwhelming Newcastle with chances. Antoine Semenyo's strike, a predatory finish from a well-worked move, was executed when it mattered most. Ryan Cherki's late goal underlined City's ability to finish in high-pressure moments. Newcastle must trade quality for quantity, meaning every attack, every cross, every midfielder run must create a genuine threat. Anything less will allow City to reset their shape and suffocate momentum. Even with injuries affecting defenders, City's shape has remained intact under Guardiola's guidance. Defenders maintain compact distances, forcing attacks outward rather than through dangerous central corridors. This limits explosive runs and cuts off passing lanes that Newcastle would otherwise exploit. If Newcastle chased too aggressively, their defensive line could be pulled out of position, inviting City's elite tempo play behind the back line. This tie truly becomes a lesson in tactical balance. Attack when needed, but never at the expense of structural discipline. City have been dominant historically in this competition. They're among the most successful teams in the League Cup era. Guardiola City have an outstanding home record against Newcastle, undefeated in 9 City home showdowns. Newcastle haven't scored at the Etihad in Cup competition since 2018, indicating how difficult it will be to overturn a 2-goal deficit tonight. Tonight's second leg is more than just another game. It's a tactical duel between Man City's structured control and efficient transition play, Newcastle's desperation to score early and change the tie, City's experience, execution in key moments, and aggregate advantage tied directly to their tactical strength. Newcastle needs precision over volume and control over chaos, a rare and difficult balancing act. If either team falters, the consequences are immediate. This is the chess match that defines Cup football. If you want deep football analysis that explains not just what happened, but why it mattered, subscribe to PulseScope. Football explained, not just reported.